So let's start with Madison. Oh, then we start to lose our place. Madison, why do you dance? Is Madison here? Oh, hi, Madison. Hi. Okay, so this is such a big question, and it's a good one to start off with. To be honest, when I first started dancing, I got into it because I was, believe it or not, a really bad child. I gave my parents a lot of pain because I would scream and I had so much spirited energy, I'm gonna call it. So they're like, we need to get this child into something that will like give her an energy output. So originally that's how I got to dance, because she was dancing and they're like, perfect, we're throwing her to this. And then when I was about 12 is like when I really fell in love with it. I started taking like higher level classes, like, so I was like maybe 13 and I was trying to dance with like the 16-year-olds. So that's when it got kind of like complicated, and I was like, I actually really like this challenge, and I like fell in love with it. And it was like, I'm a perfectionist, so I kind of liked how I could never strive for perfection, but I could always try to work for it. So there's always something to work on, and I loved the challenge it gave me. So that's kind of like a simplified version of like why I dance, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like for me, when I was around 15, I wanted to quit dance because I just didn't love it anymore. I didn't like it. And I was like, I'm just gonna finish off the year and that'll be it for me. And then I had a dance teacher come along and really help alongside me and like reignite that fire for dance. And so that's when I kind of started like loving it again, and then like and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think that's why I dance, is because I love the fire it's ignited inside me, and for sure.
Oh, and then, right now, because we actually just got told that our city's getting, or like our province is getting shut down for 2 weeks again. So we were allowed to like go out and dance, but now we can't. We can't, but we're thankful. So we do connect with you guys. So it's stuff like this that just reminds us like how much we love it and how it connects us to like people across the world. Yeah.
Dylan, before I thought you were imagining that episode Wink It Out with Noah.
Oh.
When I remember that episode, it was like so good.
That's awesome. I love that. Thank you so much.
I'm so addicted to the next step. So when you started doing the show, like season 5, I was like so on it.
That's awesome.
My aunt got me to go that regionals for season 5, right, or season 6. Yeah. And she got me tickets for it. I don't think you guys saw me, but I was watching you guys film and everything.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Well, I'm glad we kind of get to meet you, like, kind of in person a little bit over line. So thanks.
Yeah,
so much.
but then I was like, I saw you like dancing. I'm like, yeah, go girl.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're gonna move on to the next question. So, let's just go in order. Okay. Is it May? Oh, Berkeleys better at names.
Magdalena?
Okay. Please correct us if that is so wrong.
It's Magdalena.
Magdalena. Okay.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. Your question is, who's your biggest inspiration? Honestly, so I kind of have a funny story. So before I was even on the show, Briar, Nole, and Miles Ehrlich were like just the best dancers ever. And so my story is that literally I got my rehearsal schedule for season 5, and my first rehearsal was with Miles, and just like for a duet. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, do I not get like an ease into this? No, I have to dance with my like biggest inspiration. And he ended up being like the nicest person ever. So I would say those two like definitely were a big inspiration. And then I was lucky enough to like dance with my inspirations, which is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, this is hard. It's really hard.
I think just, this is gonna sound so general and cheesy, but like all the Next Step cast, because whenever I'm with them, I just feel so inspired, like better and be better as a dancer and a person. Like I'd say they're all my inspiration, which is like kind of a cheesy answer, but it's true. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
If you could be any Next Step character from season 1 or 2, who would you be?
This is Jess Thurlow.
If you want to turn your camera on, give us a little wave. You can do that. Hello. Hi.
Okay.
So I think it would always be so fun to be Emily. Although she's kind of like a mean character, I think it would be kind of fun to play that. But also James. I think James is hilarious.
So funny.
He would be awesome.
I think I'm gonna go with Michelle.
Michelle, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a great one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks
I would
for your
have to say-
question.
Thanks so much. That's a fun one. Okay. Ella. Sorry, Horn. What was the first dance style you did? Is she here? Hello. Hi, there you are. Awesome. You go first.
I think mine was ballet.
Oh.
I think it was like I was 2 years old, so it had to have been like some like jazz and ballet mixed class type of thing.
Mine was a duet with her, believe it or not. And I
I think we did like jazz.
Jazz? I think I still have my costume from it. I'm not gonna lie. We started dancing when we were like really young. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, we do that all the time. We start talking at the same time. Always that.
What was the best thing about being on TNS? And that was, I'm so sorry, Gayatri.
Hi.
Hi. Did we say your name right?
Yeah, it's guys.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great.
What was the best thing about being on TNS? I think the fact that it didn't feel like work, even though it technically was work. It was like just spending so much time with your best friends and getting to dance and act and do what you love every single day, and then eventually getting to travel the world and tour. Like, it's honestly just such a dream come true, that show.
Yeah. And I would say the exact same thing as her, but I'm also gonna add that the food on set was pretty unreal. I'm not gonna lie. We call it crafty in Vancouver. They call it craft service. We call it crafty, and literally the food was amazing. So aside from like everything that she said, and I totally agree with everything, and I would say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But also the food was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a kind of cool one. Riley, what brand of leggings do you use for dance? Personally, wait, one
Is
second.
Riley here?
Let's see where Riley is.
Where's Riley?
Not.
Do you want to check the second page?
Oh,
There she is. Hi, Riley. We found you.
My personal favorite is Lululemon, which is a Canadian thing, but I'm pretty sure.
Do you guys have Lululemon?
In Australia?
Does everyone
I
have
think there's-
Lululemon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lululemon, or there's this company called Set Active, which is based in the US, and I love Set Active as well.
Yeah, I would say the same thing for that. Lululemon is just like a good go-to, I think. Great question. Thanks.
Liz.
Yes. How many hours?
Hello.
How many hours did you train growing up? Very interesting question. So it kind of changed depending on our age. When we were young, it was probably like five hours a week when we were super young. But I would say when we got a bit more serious, like age 13, we would dance anywhere from 20 to 30 hours a week. Yeah, so that was pretty intense.
And then during convention weekends or competition weekends, it was around like 40, because we actually did online school, and so we did half day dance, so we started dancing at like 1:30.
But now we've kind of entered to a new part of our life where we're teaching more. So I would say we're still dancing like maybe 15 hours a week, but that's from teaching. So it's not necessarily our own training, just because we're venturing into some new opportunities. But definitely our heaviest training was like age 13 to 16. Great question. Thank you. Okay. Marina. I like that name. What dance styles have you learned so far, and what styles do you teach? I want to say we've learned everything under the sun.
Yeah, we've learned salsa, we've learned
Tap, ballet, afro. We've done
aerial,
silks even, and we
hip-hop, street jazz, anything, you name it.
Yes,
we've
and
probably done a little bit of it.
and we mainly teach, I would say like jazz and contemporary, and then also technique classes. So that's kind of.
Dylan even teaches some ballet.
I teach little baby ballet. They're so cute. And some musical theater. Does anyone do musical theater here? Does anyone prefer musical theater? Oh, we have some thumbs up. Yeah, I like musical theater. I do some acting. Great question. Thanks, Marina.
Thank you.
Oh, this is an interesting question.
This
Rory.
is Rory. Lori in the house.
Hi.
Hi.
Does adrenaline make you mess up? What do you do to calm down?
I love this question. Do you want to
Yes.
answer, Chris?
Okay. So I don't really talk about this a lot, but I kind of like I don't like to coin the term anxiety, but I do get very stressed out and very anxious feeling. So what I would do is like, especially when I go on stage or I perform, like I just find time to myself where I can just breathe and slow my heart rate down and calm down. Adrenaline, I'm trying to think if it's made me mess up before. More so just makes me like kind of blank and black out a little bit, like that, because you're going so fast.
Oh yeah,
you know?
it's like you go
Like-
dance and then you come off stage and
You're
you're
like-
like, I just do. You're like, I don't know if it was good, bad, but I know I did something.
Yeah.
So sometimes it does that. For me, I would say it actually fuels me a lot.
Yeah, we're very different.
Yeah, so we're super different. I like to turn like stress into an opportunity, energy to go into certain like tricks and all that. But I also really like to advocate about visualization. I think that really helps me calm down, especially in a performance, because I would go through my routine both from my perspective and from the audience. Like I would watch myself performing, and that made me feel like I had done this before. Like it didn't feel new going on stage.
Yeah.
So visualization is a really key component for me when to like calm myself down for specifically competition.
Our secret project that we are working on right now, that's hopefully going to be released soon, we talk a lot about like mindset and before like going on stage or competition or auditions or whatnot, like and skills to apply to that.
But we hope we answered your question
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So thank you. That was a really cool one. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chelsea.
Do you have any tips for dancers who want to become professional dancers, as it is a hard industry? Amen to that. It is a tough industry. Is Chelsea here? Do we see Chelsea?
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so dance is a really hard industry because unlike many fields, there's no direct path, right? It's one where you could do musical theater, you could do commercial, you could do music
Broadway.
videos, you could do Broadway. There's so many things. I would say like try everything and see what sticks. It's kind of one of my biggest pieces of advice. Often we think, like for me, I'm like, I'm a commercial dancer. I know that. But I had to go do musical theater. I had to do everything in order to be so set on that. And from there, I would talk to the right people. A lot of it's connections. Like you could be the most amazing dancer, but if you don't know the choreographer, they might not see you in the room full of auditioners. If they know who you are, they're like, I know they're trustworthy. I know they're going to get the job done. I'm going to hire them. So after you've kind of tried all the different classes with all the different choreographers and kind of pinpointed what you maybe are attracted to or what you feel you would fit best in the dance industry, it's all about making connections.
Yeah, and I would say even like to get into the industry, you mostly have to do auditions, and like all the time there's being posted like open auditions or open calls. So I just keep on the lookout for that and go to as many as you can. You have nothing to lose by going to them.
It's always a great challenge.
So you can always come as an open person, and maybe it lands, maybe it doesn't. Dylan and I have gone through hundreds and hundreds of, and they just go nowhere, and then you get that one and it changes your life, like the next step was for us. And so
and they're always looking for so many different types of people. It's not like they're only ever
Especially
looking
right now.
They're only ever looking for brunettes. No, like there's a place for you in some job. Like you have to have that mindset, or else you're gonna think, oh, why didn't they pick me? Why didn't they pick me? Well, maybe because they needed someone with blue eyes. But then a project's gonna come around that needed someone with brown eyes, and you were the perfect person. So it's important to keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Great question. See, this is what I mean. We're only 15 minutes. It's like you're losing time. Okay.
Hannah,
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? I think, Hannah, did you do our last workshop?
Yeah, I did.
Am I correct? Awesome. Okay. Great to see you again. So for me, like, since I mentioned before, I'm a perfectionist, I'd actually get really hard on. If I messed up one little thing, I would come off stage and I would bawl my eyes out. I was like, that was the worst thing I've ever done, and it could have been that I just like accidentally placed my foot on a leg instead of like pointing. And so I started seeing someone to help me with performances, and he told me to rest in my best. And it sounds so simple, but it's so important because whatever you do on that stage is the best you could given all your circumstances. Maybe you had a tough night before you received bad news and it just was a hard performance to get through. Well, look at you got through that performance despite the news you received. Maybe it's the best performance of your life and that was what you could give. So it's like to rest in your best is to know that what you did on stage is the best you could do at that point and to be okay with that. And so I needed to really start unpacking that. And I would start to give myself 2 things that I loved about my performance and not one bad thing, but one thing I needed to work on. So that was changed my mindset.
I think mine's kind of similar. It's more so like to not put so much weight on everything, you know, especially like a dance performance or a school test or like basically anything in life. I used to put so much weight on each thing, like it was the end, like all be all for me, and it really wasn't. Like if I failed a test, I wasn't gonna flunk out of school. It was one test. I fell out of my turn on stage. Like it wasn't like I was gonna never dance again. Like so I kind of just had to like switch my thinking and be like not too much weight on everything, so that I could live my life freely.
Awesome, great question. Okay, we're gonna try to power through some of these next ones. McKenna and Kennedy. Hi guys. What are some tips for going into an audition? So this is kind of a good piggyback off of what we just did questions ago. So audition, let's say it's a dance audition. So one thing I like to do is always be practicing on the sides. I know this seems like a simple thing, but as soon as you get in front of those choreographers or the people that are watching you, all of a sudden you feel like you're going blank. So I say to practice it as much as you can, so it's almost like just ingrained in that brain, basically, so that you just don't have to worry about it. And then always, unless the choreographer asks you to match them perfectly, again, like we said, like always show your style and what makes you special, because they're never looking for like 20 of the people that dance the exact same. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, I like the way they did that move. That's going to be a close-up shot on one of our scenes or whatever. Like, if you can show something that makes you special, that can really help you.
Yeah, and I think that auditions can be so stressful and so nerve-wracking. And so kind of what I started doing is like, just like going around to people and like, what did you see what he did? I can see it, and like networking, becoming friends with people, because they're going through the same processes with you. Like you're all in this together. You don't know if you're gonna get the job or not.
Totally.
And to like, I used to go into auditions and be like, if I don't book this, I'm not making money. I'm not gonna work. Like, what am I gonna do? And like, I was already going into it with like such a negative mindset. And so like, if you go into it, like I said before, just being open and being like, hey, I have nothing to lose here.
It's always a growing experience. Like you're gonna gain nothing but knowledge. And a great thing to do is if you ever get like, because often they'll just be like, number 28, you're cut, and then you just have to leave. If that ever happens, go out, get ice cream, be sad about it for an hour, and then throw that in the trash. Just leave it alone. That's like kind of my rule. Is like, hey, you can think about it for an hour, be sad, get your ice cream, whatever you need to do some self-care.
But then don't think about it again.
Don't think about it again, because it's done, it's over, and on to the next one. So that's also a really good piece of advice I feel like, because I'm such an overthinker. I'll think about like how bad I did for like a week. So like, you know what? Have my hour, have a bath, and then forget about it. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you guys for your question. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Ava, what was your favorite part about touring with TNS?
Hi.
Oh, this is so hard because
You have to come and get it.
I
don't want to leave.
And I love being with my friends and being in the tour bus and hanging out and meeting all you guys who came to tour, because it's so, like, you know, when we film TNS, we're talking to a camera or to a person, and there's no one there. And then to actually go on stage and to meet you guys and see the people that are watching the show is like, it's very cool, and it becomes very surreal.
Yeah. And especially because now we can't really travel. I was super grateful about all the places we got to see. like Australia. So like I literally want to move there. Honestly, it's so beautiful. And then I went to the UK and I was like, wait, no, I want to move here. Like it's just like it was so cool to see all the places, and then getting to do what we love was like such a gift. Like we were super grateful for that. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I like Morgan's one. That's a fun one. Morgan, what are your middle names?
I don't like my middle name.
Me either. Hi. My full name is Dylan Ann Ratzlaff. That's Anne.
And mine is Berkeley Dawn Ratzlaff.
I feel like they're just kind of like blah. Like our cousins have the best middle names ever.
Yes.
And then we got stuck with Anne and Dawn. But anyways, that's the answer to that question.
How did you get to work on Descendants 2 and 3?
Freya.
Once again, I think the first one, the Descendants 2, I went to an open call. I was just like, I think I was even a year too young to audition for it. I think I was like 17 and you had to be 18 to audition for it. And I was just like, hey, why not, let's try it. And I ended up getting on it, which was super cool. Descendants 3, Dylan got on as well. And it was actually like very cool to be on a full-on Disney set, a huge production.
And it was all like most of the scenes we were in were green screen.
Yeah.
So like you guys, if you've seen Descendants, there's the castle with that massive bridge, right? All that like water and the sky, like it was all
And the
green.
bridge.
It was all a green screen.
Yeah. So, and that was only one scene, and it took us like, we were working on that project for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it was
very intense, but it was very cool. It was very, I don't know if you guys are too young for High School Musical.
Do we know
Does
what
anyone know what that is?
You
don't know what that is?
Some people don't know. Oh my goodness.
I do. I know what that is.
Okay,
Oh,
nice. Because if you don't, go watch High School Musical, because I grew up on that, and those, like, Kenny Ortega, who choreographs it, is like a genius. And to get to work with him on Descendants was like the highlight of my dance career, for sure.
Great. Okay, let's do this one. What is your favorite Aussie food?
Tim Tams.
Okay, I know we can get them here, but Tim Tams are
They're not the same.
Real. And
Yeah.
honestly, Kate, I'm gonna sound like such an old person, but I love oatmeal. For some reason, I got the best oatmeal ever in Australia. I don't know,
That's
this
true.
is not an Australian food, but like you guys have the best like your food scene, and gosh, Melbourne's coffee. Coffee is unreal. I have at least 3 coffees a day. Would not recommend. But you guys, Australians
There's
have
also
the
a
best
burger
coffee.
place.
Yeah, what? Do you guys know like a chain burger place that like there's like zucchini fries and like I can't remember
it
it.
was the
But
best
anyways,
burger
we went there all the time.
They did this bit first this time.
Awesome. Okay, let's go to
What is your dream movie, TV show genre
Sierra.
to star in? Sierra.
Hi.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Okay, I have mine.
Okay, go.
Okay, I want to be in like an Avengers movie because so I feel like with my dance background and my gymnast background, I would be able to do all the stunts. I fully believe I could pick it up, and it's just like it would be so cool. Like you would actually feel like a superhero. So like I feel like I want to be like some sort of what's her name?
Like Captain Marvel.
Or Black
Widow.
Oh, it'd be so cool. So that's mine.
I think I would love to be on a show like Friends, like a comedy, like that becomes iconic and that people watch forever. I think that'd be so cool. I'd love to be on a comedy.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny all the time.
That would be fun. Okay, let's see. I feel like there's so many. We're still at the like time 4:14. Oh, Sky, have you done any dance comps in different countries? We used to all the time dance. Hi, Sky. So a lot of times,
The US.
like the US.
Yeah.
But like one time this wasn't so much a competition, but we went to Thailand to do like a mission trip. So we got to dance there lots, which was really cool. And then other than like the TNS tour, I would say like
Yeah, mostly the US.
mostly the US. But yeah.
We actually competed in Las Vegas at the World Hip Hop Championships.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was cool. That was
That's cool.
Awesome. Thank you for your question. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. 3, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, Bianca. Do you have any?
Based on.
Is Bianca here?
Hi. Oh, there you are. Okay, I can see you. Do you want to go for it or?
Okay, I used to be so shy. I would hide behind my mom's leg. She used to bribe me to go on stage with gum. I don't know why. When I was young, I was
fell for the
obsessed with gum. My point is like, I'm still a shy person, but it's almost like I would give myself an alter ego. Like I know my one friend, her name was Lily, and her alter ego was Brittany. And whenever she was Brittany, she was just the most confident person. She always like performed and like hit hard on stage. And so I would say like almost give yourself like an alter ego that doesn't have to be like crazy, but it's like it's your confident persona and like who you are when you want to be confident, and then that will like slowly trickle into like your everyday life, helping you and you don't even know it.
And I find when you're confident in your own dancing, that'll just automatically show through. So like my biggest thing was just like practice until you felt like that you had that routine, like it was nailed down. So like if you truly feel confident about your dancing, even though you might feel shy on stage, if you feel confident about what you're doing, it will show through your face. Sometimes we feel like we have to do so much with our face to be confident, and it's not necessarily to do with your face, it's to do with your execution. If you're feeling like you're nailing those turns, your arms are straight, you're pointing those feet, if everything is like coming out of a place of strength, then it will like give out the feeling of confidence. So don't always think of confidence just in your face. It will come out through your body.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for your question. Let's see. I feel like I want to make sure we get everyone, but sometimes it's hard. Oh, this is an easy one, Reagan. Pin or Jiley? This is a super easy one.
It's hard because
one of our, like, we grew up with Liam, which is Finn on the show.
And
like
Alex was our roommate.
So like I might just have to pick them because like those two are like best friends.
Yeah. Even though I love Brittany and Trevor,
I think we're
Pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually think Nowaki is the best. I don't even know if that was the ship name. I can't remember if it was Nowaki or Jacoa or Joa was it Nowaki? Was that like what it was?
Jacoa.
Oh,
Jacoa. I have no idea, you guys. I should know this, but I remember there was kind of
because I only watched like season 6 probably of Winter Step. So
yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Yes, Stan Nowaki. I love it.
Savannah, is internationals a real thing?
Kind of.
We have like worlds type of things that you can go.
But like, are you saying like in the show? Like, is internationals a show, a real competition? Is that kind of like your question, Savannah? Yeah. Okay. So it kind of is. I mean, it's a setup competition, but they do have people in the audience, and like they do get
actual dance teams come to like perform.
Yeah.
But it's like you don't necessarily like compete. It's more of just a performance.
Yeah. So like they do make it so that it looks like a real competition, but in essence, like no one's actually getting awards or anything.
And then to like not spoil it, they'll announce like a few different people as the winner. So when we filmed season 6 regionals, they announced that TNS was the winner, and then they announced that Encore was the winner, and that Acronation was the winner, so that like it keeps the surprise.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's try to get maybe 2. Oh, someone said New Zealand's coffee is better. Well, I haven't gone to New Zealand, so maybe I'll have to just take a trip out there when this whole COVID thing is over. Do you guys have Primark in Canada? We unfortunately don't, and that was the biggest store I've ever seen when we went.
I thought Forever 21 was big. I was wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, someone said I love your middle names. Well, thank you. Okay. What is your favorite memory with the TNS cast?
Oh, I know mine.
Okay, go for it. It might be the same one.
I'm saying it.
Okay.
There was one night where we all went to hang out in Briar's empty family home.
Yes.
They hadn't moved in yet, and we paired up. So like I was with Noah,
I was with Isaiah.
and then I think Briar was with Liam, and the boys had to do our makeup, and we had to do a competition.
And it was so bad.
And it was so funny. Noah and I won.
Yeah.
But we stayed up until like I think 4 a.m. that night, just blasting music and dancing around. And that was probably other than that, I think I know what yours is.
When we were touring Australia, is
no.
that what it?
No.
We went to this like arcade place one time. It was called Archie's. I don't know if you guys know Archie's.
Yeah.
In Australia, I think it's in Sydney. And we went to this arcade, and it was fun.
Huge.
We were not expecting to go. Like we had the night off, and we're like, oh, let's go do something fun with the cast, and we just went to this arcade place, and it was like,
And we played laser tag, and then
Yes.
there's this other like ride almost where you like sat in it and you had to shoot like lasers at the screen, but then a guy dressed up comes and scares you while you're in your seat.
oh my gosh,
And they like grab you and stuff like that. It was pretty funny.
great. Oh, someone said you should come to Hong Kong. Are you from Hong Kong?
Yeah, I love that.
What? That is so cool. I think my dad's been.
My
there.
dad's been,
But
yeah.
he loves it there. That would be so cool. I wish we could travel.
One day.
You guys, yeah, we should come back to UK and do a meet and greet. I would love to do that. And so, we love YouTube video ideas where we react to fan edits. Maybe we're gonna have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Now that we're shut down for 2 weeks, we're gonna have a lot of time. So post those fan edits and maybe we'll react to them. Awesome. Yes, we will be putting that dance on Instagram of you guys in the Zoom.
Probably
Like
tomorrow.
maybe tomorrow. So that will be put on Instagram. We are technically out of time, but we just want to thank you guys so much for signing up for this. We love all your support. We hope you guys had like the best time, had some fun dancing out. You should come back. Yes, we'd love to do legacy combos. That would be so fun. You guys are the sweetest. You guys can like turn your camera on and say like, or so your microphone on and say like bye, because it feels weird like you guys aren't talking.
Yeah.
But we hope you guys
liked it.
and we're bye. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.